Watch me in the plug or connected, course it's something electric. Fucking respect it.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Trubs, and we are here, Battle of the Year. Sorry for the delay. It's been a while. I know this is supposed to have been out a few weeks ago, but God's timing. And I've got a few special guests with me today. You lot seen them on the panel before. See, this year it's been a different type of year, so we kind of just we slowed that. The panel's not as big anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's maybe next year, but I've got the usual suspects anyway.
The drag. You got the scum that decided to do this.
The wild takes. The guys with the wild takes. Let's see who's got the wildest take.
Yeah, probably.
You know? I got my guy Cami GBR, who's been putting in a lot of work.
Hey.
Let me tell you, by the way, congratulations. I really love the work rate you've been putting in this last, probably like I'll say 2 years, so to speak. You've been actually going in. So congratulations. It's actually been inspiring me to getting back on my game. So well done, man.
That is the nicest thing. That you know, I'll be honest. We've just been shooting the breeze for 5 minutes before. Did not expect that. So that actually does mean something to me, because there was a moment where yourself. I remember this is maybe just plug one first event after COVID, and I started doing this little thing, and you put your arm around me, and Jenna went, "Battle Rap Media, eh? Look at us." And I remember thinking, yeah, I'm going to have to keep this up now. So that means a lot coming from you, Trubs, man. I really appreciate that.
Come on, man. Normal man like Wax as well here with us. You know, Battle Rap Wax, Mr. Tokyo Talk.
I'm the highlight guy, not the talk. I'm the highlight.
You're the highlight.
I'm the highlight guy now. We've got good highlights. I'll edit it up and put it.
You're the compilations fella.
Yeah. Show real type of guy.
I'll take that. I'll do a couple interviews there and there, but if I've realized the last 2 years I've been concentrating more on the highlights than just the actual thing together. So,
but does that mean your takes don't matter as much because you now just want to do compilations? Is that how you say?
I go to every event, so I see what I see. I'm saying it's a fan. So if you don't want to see this media,
I want you to tell them. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell you. If you don't see me, yeah, calm. But I'm a fan first.
Why wouldn't you see you as media? You hear it as media, my guy. Everyone has to see you as media, bro.
But I'm not. Yeah. I don't really do as much as there, bro. So I just say for myself a highlight. To be honest with you.
Don't shorten yourself a little like that, man. Don't shorten yourself like that.
Man.
Although I like the highlights though. They are important because I actually think we need more of that. We need more because people sometimes might not have time to watch a battle, or a new fan might not gonna click on a 10 minutes, 15-minute battle, but they might just watch a 2-3 minute clip of something, and then it's just their best moments compiled into 2 minutes, and then it might make them, you know what, I need to go and see what this is about. So highlights I actually think are very important. So don't sell yourself short by just saying I'm just a highlight guy. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? So
it just takes one Dragon Ball Z fan for an anime person just to go, oh, there you go, what's this, and look into it. It just takes one bar. Battle rap is one bar at a time. That's why we need people like Wax. Why we need them. But if anything, Wax, it sounds like your list is going to be the best list of us all, because you're at every event. You have the compilation of every battle rapper.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's changed from what I did.
Speak a bit louder, please. I don't know. I'm struggling.
Yo. Hear me?
There we go.
Yeah.
Right, cool. I'm not gonna lie, it did change what I gave trouble the first time. To be very honest. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it. Let's roll with it. Fuck it.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
All right. Say no more. So you're saying who's going first?
I guess it's me. Am I going to be the Mr. Billy Big Bollocks over here that steps up? Let's go through the top 10 anyway. Let's start off. Kingsley had a consistent year. It was always kind of in the mix. However, I feel like he didn't make the splash, because something we have to consider here is we're not including the Where Winning Matters tournament. I'm assuming that's for 2026 because that's when we see them. So we've had to keep an eye on that now. But when you cut them out, the years look a bit sparse because that's what happens. And when you have to cut out pretty much since September, essentially, and there's been like the odd event here and there. But for me, I got Kingsley at 10, Debatables versus Gast and O'Shea, a win versus LSD, and to me, a loss versus Carlton, but like, it wasn't a bad battle, so it's kind of, but it's one of those where it's like, it's a fine year. On to number 9, Tech. Now, for me, Tech beating Koji on Pen Game is probably one of the bigger moments of the entire year, to be honest. One, it's on Pen Game, but also that I don't think anyone would have ever predicted Tech beating Koji, especially going into it and Koji having like Black T and Craig, and then Tech kind of doing what he done to him, getting that highlight off him. I don't think anyone expected that. The only reason Tech has ended up at a 9 is more or less because of the TKE battle, which TKE kind of got off on him, but, a good battle versus Dojo, a good battle versus Rivers, a debatable with Templar, and I think he beat Craig G. So, like, it was a good year for number 9, but I'm hoping for more for Tech because I always said that Tech has all the capabilities of being the best battle rapper. He just has everything, and he's attuning it more and more each year. Coming number 8 is Dojo. Dojo, super consistent year. However, I think with the cutoff period from now on to the Where Winning Matters tournament and on to 2026 with what Urban Roosters and all this, I think 2026 is going to be more of a year for him. So there's going to be a lot more going on for him. And he's one of those like Kingsley where the focus has went to the tournament. So there's not anything at the tail end other than Tech that kind of puts him in this conversation. So for me, I've got him at 8, just off consistency. Win versus Black T and the win versus Tech. And the Frost battle was close, but it was a loss to me. But it was just consistent work. And Dojo has been, Dojo's been in every conversation for the year, whether it comes to whatever battles are coming up now, or you never forget about Dojo. And that's one of these hard things when it comes to battle rap now, that when you have to, how do you keep yourself in the picture, especially in UK battle rap, because we're a smaller fan base. So Dojo is always keeping himself relevant in the battle rap sphere. So I've got him at 8. Coming in at 7, and I can say this, the most improved of the year for me is TKE. He would have been higher. However, the loss versus Dino, that did drop him down to me. Just Dino is someone from Pen Game and whatnot. I think TKE should have got that. However, the wins, considering where he was,
you had him losing.
I had him losing versus Dino. I think Dino just had a bit of fun with it. Where TKE, it wasn't. There's a difference between TKE versus Tech and versus Dino. Big difference. And that might be the crowd around feeding energy. I just thought that Dino kind of coasted by. But really proved himself considering where he was. But if it wasn't for the Dino battle, there'd be a consideration he'd be above the next person, who is Dub T. So Dub T at number 6, number 5, number 6, showed himself on the international stage and has consistent wins all year. But if we considered like the tournament for Where Winning Matters, he might be down a list or 2 if we were having the Lost versus Kick, and like he could have been down it. So he's probably quite lucky that there's a cutoff point. But it's just consistent year and great material throughout. And beating Frost is Frost when he's on Frost is on one. He's difficult to beat. But other than that, a good year from him. Koji is coming in at number 5. Wins versus Black T and Craig G, but then I have him losing to Tech and Quill. Like I said, the Pen Game was powerful, even though Pen Game comments were kind of it was powerful, and he was looking to be the guy that kind of integrates everything together. But that fell apart. But I think the Tech battle, what could have been done about that? But the Quill battle, I think he could have been a little more prepared. He was great. And he was consistent, but just a little choppy, and Quill was just kind of dominant in that battle and really highlighting a lot of faults. But other than that, it is great material. And Koji versus Black T was a grudge match. That was a grudge. And it did work out. It was just one of these where Koji kind of just showed how it's supposed to be done. And Black T, not that Black T was bad, but Black T, learned something from that battle. And if anything, Black T's gotten better since. Coming in number 4, Gas Buff. So all of it is debatable battles. And considering how often Gas Buff battles, usually there's smutterings of losses inside there, whether it's losses versus ScoMo and losses in Ireland. There's always smutterings of losses in these battles. However, with this year, Gaspuff's been super consistent. A debatable battle versus Reverse, a win versus Frost, in my opinion, at Apex. Debatable versus Craigie, a 24-hour last minute, 2 hours battle versus Quicksilver, and a debatable versus Kingsley. It's just, there's nothing as clear about this, and there's not a clear loss. There's not anything I looked at this battle and went, okay, Gaspuff lost this one. This was great work all year and putting other people on. So because there's a point where Gaspuff is going to have to face more top tiers, but he's keeping to his lane and the focus is on the tournament. And I think if we didn't have the focus on the tournament, I think he'd have another big win or two at the end of the year, just like he had last year versus Bobby. But Gaspuff coming in at number 4. Now, coming number 3. That obviously, I think, if you don't mind me saying, I think this is going to be the conversation of who's in the top 3. Everyone else has been in their position, but I think these top 3 guys are going to be in close proximity of each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have slightly different variations, or if it looks between these 3 names. Bizzo, to me, 2 Battle of the Year contenders in Frankie and Ark, and round of the year versus Tay-Rock. Now, the only reason I don't have him any higher is I just needed one more battle. At least one more, because this stops at September, and then that's it. For Bizzo, all these people. But people have filled in the gaps and been able to do so much with it. But I would say there's nothing that Bizzo could have done in this situation, but he's taken advantage of every opportunity that he's had in front of him. It's just, I just wanted a little more, because if I compare that to number 2, this might be my bias getting out of the way. So this might be one for me for Whispers, where there's always the narrative that I'm the biggest Whispers fan. And you know what? I probably am. But with Whispers... And that's okay. I've had to check myself a little bit just to make sure that my bias, run it through. But when in comparison to Bizzo, who's had the Tay-Rock 1 rounder and Frankie and Ark, in that same year, we've got Craigie, Amity, Capo Bravado, Mellow 1-5, A Petrelli, who that's another 2 battles above that. That was another 9 rounds over what Bizzo was doing, and won all of them. And there's actually a bit of a habit here of Whispers going into other people's places and battling them and winning. Whether it's A Petrelli going over there, Mellow 1-5, an I battle, he's going to other people's places to battle them and winning. But then I had to go. Actually, one other thing I would say before I even get to Quill, because I think Quill is number 1.
Just first, what you had Whispers winning all these battles last year?
I had Whispers, whether it's Capo Bravado, Craigie, Amity, Mellow 1-5, and A Petrelli. I had him winning them all. That's the thing.
You said
I had Amity. I did, but I love Amity.
He got 30. What are you talking?
That's fair. I wasn't in the building. But as going back on it, I'm looking at going, I like what Whispers was doing, but maybe the angle from Amity was maybe a bit too vicious for me, maybe. But I'd have to actually go back on that, because I think I've watched that twice. And to be honest, to check myself, I had a look in the comments, because it was one where I remember a narrative, and let me make sure I've got that right. So I do, but Amit is the guy, but maybe the angles were just a bit too much for me. Well, that being said,
When you say the angles, we're talking. So what? Elaborate.
Was it like a pedophile angle or something like that, or it was
basically, can I elaborate on this one? That was the other day.
A little bit, yeah.
Go on, Max.
So basically, on the night, on the third round, we played a clip. I think it was a woman talking about Funky being
Yeah.
So it was played out of the room, and it was like, oh shit, I didn't know you were doing that. Cool, but
talking to the mic a bit more because
you sound mad low.
Yo, should I just take my headphones off? It makes it easier.
I mean, just take the wire
Try
up to
it,
your mouth.
but
yo, can you hear me now? Yo.
Let me try and turn.
I do hear you.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna try and turn your volume up.
No worries.
Yeah, go on.
Yo, is we good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my man played a recording, and then I don't know, and then it was I was like, raw. Is that what you're on? And then I'm just looking at Whispers, but what I'm looking at Whispers' eyes, he looked deflated in that battle. He looked like he lost. Right. The man looked like he lost. Like he's even looking at me like, no. He would look like a downer. You know when someone comes out of the battle and he look like, oh, you know, like that type of thing. So I don't think, no.
So is this maybe an Arsenal versus Conceded situation where I've only seen it on camera and I've went, oh, I think Whispers took the battle because of content
the thing,
versus in the building?
You know what? That is also the conversation where you can question if the recording, like you mentioned, is about Funky D. Does it really apply to Whispers?
I hear that, but are we all saying if you're with him then by association? So that's your guy. I'm gonna talk about your guy. That's what I thought he was like.
Yeah, I hear you, but I think if you're battling Funky, then that recording.
Yeah, so it's an unwritten rule. Like
Funky, but if you're not, I don't know.
But if you're affected by what he talked about, if not affected, but if you look,
I don't know. Like I think because the way I see things, I've been in the game for so long, and I just know these battle rap crews. Most of these guys don't really know each other, and I have that understanding that people just know each other through battle rap, and they don't know what each other do in their own spare time. So me having that in consideration, I can't then say because I see, but obviously I have a different perspective because I'm in the game. Someone from that's not in the game might be like, oh, but this is someone in your crew, like you mentioned, so it's still effective. And I'm not saying it doesn't hit in at all. However, that is the conversation where, and I'm just talking for the sake of creating conversations because
of course,
some fans will say the same thing. So if I don't know, it just one of them ones where does it hit the same if it's not about you, basically.
I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. I'm going to tell you something at the end of this conversation.
When people battled me when I used to be in the ring, people said, oh, Bracy hasn't achieved this and hasn't achieved that. And I'm like, why the fuck you telling me that?
I hear it.
It's an old saying, man. If you're your brethren, then I'm gonna look at you with your brethren, isn't it? That's the old saying.
I'm not saying there's no weight to it at all.
No weight.
I'm just evaluating. Does that make it? Because that's the round you mentioned. Does that make it a knockout round? Being that he's not. You see when you hear Charlie Clip's third round versus T-Rex knockout round. Loaded
third round, right? The third round.
Yeah, like you see when the knockout round and the third round is hit so hard that damn near hit majority of the battle by that. Does it hit? I'm not saying it gives you nothing. So out of 100 points, does it give you the 95 points out of the round? Or
keep it a buck. Whispers got deflated from the first round.
Okay, fair.
And he had a highlight for the first round. He had a highlight, but I know why the highlight he made it. And I'm going to tell you why at the end of the thing.
And again,
but
I'm not saying I got Whispers winning that battle, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm just
it's all
creating the
conversation, bro.
conversation. I'm just creating the conversation.
course.
It's,
That's
it's,
what we're
it's
doing.
one of
That's what
these
we're doing.
birds of a feather situation, you know, but I could understand it, and especially in the room, it's just on camera, it is a different battle. On camera, it's a better battle probably on camera than it is in the building. If tense, the area is tense, but like as material for material, I just preferred what Whispers was doing.
I hear that. I like what Whispers
Yeah,
doing.
absolutely. And I know how good Amity is. We know that. We know Amity is one of a kind. It's just in that battle that I'm going, okay, yeah, I definitely have it this side. Like just for a battle. But again, that
whole day, bro, it was tense out, bro. I mean, let me tell that whole night.
Yeah.
But bare tension, like one thing going over there, something going over there, one thing behind. Probably mad.
So it added to it because it was a crazy environment. It just added to it. So let me finish this then, right? Like Quill is number one. You know, as much as it might have been scrubbed from the internet, we were there for him versus Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that was an ass kicking. Like of very clearly, you can throw in the. Sorry,
he's got a couple of them this year, hasn't
he? He had Arsenal. Yeah, like the narrator, whatever. But I threw that in there. But you know, the Oppa one Ramdar, like he had the mid round rebuttal. That was great. Like that was great. Even if Oppa, like I thought Quill won it, but again, I'm a sucker for a mid round rebuttal, and I know that one is debatable. But I put that for Quill for a win. And you know, and Koji Oppa.
Okay.
So the mid round. In that one Ramdar that just blew up the whole garage. But with Koji, you know, I was surprised Quill beat Koji as well as he did, but that might have been more of a Koji thing than a Quill thing. But in the end, you gotta appreciate the guy that 30 is the other person and main event at the UK's biggest event of the year. Like that's nothing to sniff at. And that sneaky disaster one Ramdar, which I'm raging to this day because I truth be told, like, and Trubs, you speaking to T-Top, I was speaking to T-Top at different things, and you know, and I put Will's name forward like months ago for a couple of battles, and it was a little, and then he decides to not tell me that he had the disaster one last minute when I took all that time to tell T-Top Quill versus JC is one of the battles to watch. That's one of the ones. Yeah, get that, or get Jay the Nightwing because he was in conversation. I'm spoiling a little bit of conversations, but like when everyone was desperate to get Quill on that card, and that disaster battle just really showed one that the culture loves Quill. Like, because I was not the only person arguing with T-Top and highlighting it. A lot of people were saying Quill has to be on this card because if you have UK versus USA, the proudest man in UK battle rap is Quill.
Oh. All right, are we ready?
I'm ready. If you guys are, I'm ready to react to this.
Yeah, go on, put it up.
Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
All right. I'll let you have the floor, my guy.
Right. Number 10, Tech. Had an inconsistent start of the year and a couple bad losses. But like Cammy said, that Koji battle was the one for me. And he topped it up with a good battle against Trey G. Number 9, Dub T. See, the thing about Dub T, I love when Dub T kicks off you. Yo, you're just shit. And then but I want to see him do battle the people in TikTok this year. But he has been consistent, has delivered good performances, and he's been consistent throughout the year.
Talking to the mic, please. Talking to the mic.
Yeah, get that up.
Yo.
This mic, so you need to keep talking into the mic.
You know, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Calm. So shall I run it back from the top?
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, cool. Number 10, I've got Tech. He had a pretty inconsistent start, but I think obviously the pin game was a very good battle for him, and I think that I like the crazy battle as well. He had a few good performances. Obviously, he needs to work up on his consistency throughout the year, but I think if he battles who I think he's gonna battle next, he should start off good. Number 9, Dub T. I love the way Dub T shit talks. I like the way he battles. I like the way he brings energy in the battle. And like I said, I want to see him have more competition because he's been shit talking guys on the internet. And I want to see him battle now. I'll give you an example. I want to see Dub T versus Crazy. I want to see that. That he's been literally downplaying this guy since
I mean, it
whatever.
was booked. Crazy no show, didn't it? So
I hear that, but I still want to see it. Sean Cray, I think, yeah, Sean Cray, yeah, the international I thought he could have ended stronger, but obviously I think it kind of fizzled out. He had a good battle with Lefty, was comedy clash, and obviously he had Coffee as well. Was that last year or this year?
Coffee was 2025.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
By the way, are you guys like? Maybe I should have done this at the start of the stream, and I'll do that after. It's too late now. I'll do it after.
No worries. All right, Slim Buck. I think Slim Buck, even though he didn't have the year he had in 2024, he had a very inconsistent year, but he still brought the numbers, and he still brought good energy and good bars to the battle. Rivers, I think Rivers is a good one for me because I think that he's been under the radar this year. I don't think he's been heavily supported. Well, heavily going on like he did the previous years. Like he was like when he had that run, that plug run. Even the years before when he had that run with Moke and who's that other guy, Mackenzie. He says 1 year he's just been under the radar. He's been collected wins. I think he beat Slim Buck. I think he beat Tech. Only for loss he had him really was when he went Africa. MK also is another one of those slow runners behind this, slowly, quietly, just doing the business, but whooping ass every time he goes. Whooped Templar, whooped him to death, whooped the other two to death. I don't care if it's a tournament, I don't care what it is, but we whooped him in a high level. Whispers has had a great year. 2 international.
What's MK's resume?
MK resume, Templar, Tatum, yeah, and who was the other one? It could be easy, yeah.
So as he talks,
Dazzy and Be Easy. I've got it.
Oh, Daddy talks. Yes, Daddy talks. Thanks for the G.
Do you feel like his level of competition?
Yeah, but okay. So I was going to say I knew you were going to hit that question, but Yunnan was number 2 last year, and he didn't face hardly anybody. I'll give him the Black T one. That's a good competition, but Canal, yeah, and he whooped him.
Was Yunnan number 2?
Huh?
Was Yunnan number 2 last year?
Well, he was everyone's number 2 last year. I'll put him in number 6. He was everyone's. He's not the official one, but everyone else has had him on number 2, and he hardly faced a dime.
He wasn't my number 2, to be fair. Again, because of level of competition. Although he was good, I don't think he had. Last year, no, Yunnan wasn't. He was Koji number 2.
Well, you're number 2.
No, I'm talking about Yunnan was number 4.
Yeah, I'm talking about what everyone else brought out the table. That's what I was coming at.
But Yunnan wasn't on everyone's number 2 either, though.
I swear he was, man.
But at the same time, no, he wasn't. He wasn't because he wasn't on mine.
He was 5 for me.
He was 6 for me.
So that's what I'm saying. So 2 people from the panel don't have him at number 2, and the actual top 5 don't have him at number 2. But you saying Yunnan was number 2 last year?
Basically, what I'm saying is, I think that I'm appreciating people that have beaten people in a high clip. That's what I want. I have people beating. I appreciate people getting whooped in a high clip. That's why I put MK there. He whooped Templar, whooped him, absolutely whooped him. Oh,
that's one battle.
Filthy. Huh?
All right, this is why I should have said. Anyway, carry on.
No, I've got to say what you got to say.
I think I need to remind you, the criteria for Battle of the Year, is how many battles did they have? How many of
Impact.
those were how many of those did they arguably won? Level of
We
competition.
won all of them.
Let me finish.
The level of
Level of
competition. All right, cool. But what has the competition really been high this year, though?
Why are you
Trouble. Has it
interrupting
been high this year, though?
Let me
Trouble.
finish the list, bro.
Has
Chill
it been
out.
high? But I'm just telling you, has it been high this year? From all the previous years we've done, has it been high this year? It hasn't.
Has it only been what?
Has it been high this year? Has all the other years we've done this? That competition ain't been that high. Let's be honest.
Level of competition always been a factor in every year, bro.
I know, but I'm talking about this. That last year specifically, was it that high though? Was it that high where everyone was coming outside? Look, there was one that Bizzo, was it Bizzo that one? The one that
Yes, it wasn't, but it still has to be taken in consideration according to the list.
days.
There are people.
Look, man, we let people be number 5 and they play some pre-shit people, bro. They play some pre-shit people. That's what I gotta say.
How are you asking me a question, but I can't answer?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Go on.
I'm saying level of competition always been a factor. At the end of the day, if someone has wins against a lower level of competition, and then you got people that faced a harder level of competition, and I like MK a lot. And this is why this is tough, because I don't. Every time we start arguing, or not arguing, debating about people's spots, it kind of makes it seem like I'm trying to tear this person's spot down or whatever, and that's not the case at all. I'm just going specific on the level of competition category. MK doesn't have the same level of competition, for example, that Rivers has or Slimbuck has. Do you know what I'm saying? So, which means your probabilities of losing are a lot higher when you're battling a tougher competition. When you MK, no one thought MK is going to lose to Max Tatum, because you can't tell me that Loaded Lux can go to, wait, you can't tell me that Loaded Lux can go to Beast Anglia and then say and battle 5 times and say you won 3-0 5 times, so he's the battler of the year. That's not.
I wouldn't be battling it, but I'll appreciate it.
Max Tatum is going to be like, brother.
But it's very easy to be it's very easy to be complacent in that type of role.
You shouldn't have taken that battle anyway. Loaded Lux shouldn't have taken that battle anyway. I would have never, ever in a million years.
But this is a tournament though. What is a tournament battle?
I understand that it's a tournament, but I'm saying because it's just a tournament battle, and these two would have never seen each other in.
I hear that, but it's still looking. It's easy to get complacent. Look, if you had a Max Tatum in your face, you will get complacent with each other.
Okay. I'm just saying. Let me just finish my sentence. I'm just saying that I would have never put that much weight into a battle where someone would have never they would never see each other outside of a tournament. MK would have never battled Max Tatum outside of a tournament. Therefore, him winning doesn't hold that much weight. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that, but it's with a person like Max Tatum, it's easy to get complacent. It's easy to be like, fuck it, I'll write it tomorrow. It's easy to be like, fuck it, I'll write on the way.
You're making excuses for.
I'm not making excuses, bro. I've seen people I've seen people lose to the shittest of guys. What you want about?
If you get complacent, that's a you problem.
That's not my problem. That's their problem, isn't it? Not my problem.
I'm talking about the battler, though, isn't it? I'm saying.
Yeah, but the battler has to do what he has to do. If you get put against a Be Easy and a Max Tatum, I bet you better whoop them.
So if Loaded Lux gets complacent versus Be Easy, it's like, okay, fine.
That's not whole.
We have to take that in consideration, because no, bro. But anyway, I'll let you finish. This is your top 10, not mine.
Can I just before Wax goes, isn't this also kind of the rollout of MK to be like, oh, this is a grand in my pocket, this is nothing to me?
Exactly. That's what he says. That's what he says. Therefore, I can't put that much weight in a battle where he himself says light work.
Okay, then win it then. Then win it.
It isn't tough.
It's win it because like we're going on like it's not for money. Okay, he's whooped him. You've got to put what's in front of him. He whooped him.
The competitions, the criteria stop the level of competition. There's a lot more categories. Let me just finish them. How many potential performances of the night were accumulated? Impact on the scene.
Okay.
MK Max Tatum has zero impact in the scene.
Mhm.
I'm not.
I mean, if I'm gonna I get my pocket, I don't mind. Like I said, if I'm getting, I get my pocket.
What level of events did they battle on? Consistency,
Okay.
public demand,
Mhm.
memorable moments, professionalism, replay value, entertainment, and overseas performance. That's the categories. Therefore, even when we look at Rivers, for example, even Rivers with 3 performances has
Mhm.
a higher probability of losing than MK does, in my personal opinion. Do
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So
No, I hear you.
anyway, I'll let you finish and then I'll finish my points. Anyway.
All right, cool. Like Cammy said before, Westbrook had a great year. 2 internationals. Been going out throughout the circuit. No. What was it? Outside. He also went on trenches, and he's just been consistent throughout the year. I'll be honest. Throughout the year, he's just been going on ham. Amity, as I said, he had 3 battles. Crazy, Whispers, and was it? Yeah, BMF. Whooped all of them. I feel like he whooped all of them. And then did it in a high clip as well. Bizzo Bond, there's nothing that this guy can't do. Done great things already. Had a great 5 battles with Frankie and Ark. Also had probably one of the best rounds of the year against Taylor Rock. And I'm going to end up with Quill. I think Quill, even though most of his battles has been 1-rounders, but if we're going by the level of competition, has been high. Obviously, he got his pop. He had has he just 3 internationals too? Yeah, 2 internationals. He done well domestically. He keeps flying the flag for British battle rap, and now I think he very deserves number 1. So that's my top 10. Also, we've got the battle of the year. I have it as Crazy versus Whispers. I thought that was a good, very, very good battle. One of my favorite battles of the year that year. Round of the year is obviously Bizzo Bond versus Tay Rock. I think that round is probably the best round I've seen throughout US and UK battle rap, to be very honest. New most improved, even though he's not my top 10, I've got Crazy. I see the way he adds stuff to his game. Before he was just performance, now he's added personals, he's adding angles, he's adding so much stuff to his bar and repertoire, and you can see it against Cali Smooth, even though that weren't last year, that was this year. And my international performance I've got is Shotty Horror versus K-Shine. Like you said, no one gave this guy a hope of winning against K-Shine in his own time.
Geechee, my guy.
Huh?
You have Shotty Horror versus Geechee as your international.
My bad. Geechee great, yeah. So okay, only so that's okay. One I've got Shotty versus Geechee because obviously he put the standard as the only UK guy on Smack. He set the standard. 30 Geechee. Show him you can't play around here. Yanks better step up. There we go.
Turbs.
Hilarious.
What's the criteria for international performance?
Just international UK versus an international battler.
Okay, so it could be on UK soil. In my mind, it's
no. It can be. It can be the Gemini Disaster. It can be anywhere as long as there's a performance versus an international.
Fair.
I just felt like that year, like last year, so many of our UK guys battled an international, and that was a lot of the UK versus US debate, even on the music industry and everything. I thought it would be dope to insert that as a category, mainly because so many of our guys battled an international. Do you know what I mean? So it's still something new. It's not every year that so many of our guys have international battles. Like Jem went to Germany twice.
Yeah.
Shotty Horror battled 2 Americans. You know, and the Bizzo, Taylor. We had a whole card. Dub TV. We had a whole card, UK versus US. So I thought it was dope to highlight it.
Agreed. I just want to make sure that just international performance in my mind is like this is a UK card, but it's Summer Madness. But that's totally fine then. Amity, just at least 2 questions from me then, bud. The first one, Rivers versus Slim Buck. Did Rivers not choke quite badly in that battle, or am I wrong?
Yeah, I had him winning the first 2 rounds.
You haven't won it fair? Okay.
Yeah, I had him in the first 2 rounds. He took to the 3rd round. I thought Slim Buck could have done better. Much better. That's
at least in my mind, that's the only reason why I didn't have Rivers, because I thought it was like not a great performance, and so I put over that. And what is Amity's year then? Because I knew the Whispers battle, but what else has Amity had this year?
Whispers, Craigie, and BMF. Did he release the BMF or did he release a round of it? I think he released.
Who's battle? Amity. I can tell you Amity's resume. Resume.
Craigie.
Oh, he only had 2. But
no. Amity had Whispers, Craigie, and BMF.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think only a round of BMF came out, but those 2 battles, I mean, even the Whispers one, especially I highlight Whispers especially because Whispers was on a run and he was on a good run where, like he said, you feel like he beat A Petrilli, right?
I feel like he's still on the run.
Yeah, cool. So he went to I battle.
You have Whispers beating A Petrilli.
No, I'm asking him. Obviously, everyone's opinion.
I'm asking both of you.
It was debatable. I didn't see it outright winner. But it was debatable. I did edge it to on the night, but Whispers was a good Whispers.
Okay. What about you, Camille?
I have Whispers beating A Petrilli. I think Whispers is still on that run. I think that like whether you beat Amity or not, I still think right now we don't even have there's a battle that hasn't come out yet of a female battle, which I'm really looking forward to seeing how someone that Whispers.
Yeah, I have no idea how that battle went.
I was hoping to try.
Are you talking about the one with the members?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That whole event, the Funky D battle, the women as well. I think if we got that female battle, I think Whispers would be higher on the list.
We can't. We haven't seen it. You can't really.
It's like Whispers of Maverick.
Number 1 because you have him at number 2.
Maybe if it was a clear, convincing win, then I'd have to account
it's
the
supposed to be against
battle.
someone that never battled before. Like at the same
you got double. You got double.
Wait. This is what I'm saying. Like you're putting the weight of a battle of Whispers who's very seasoned versus someone who's never battled before. And if it's a very convincing win, it would top Quill. You already have him at number 2. So how much higher can you be than that?
So as much as there's not as much of an impact where it comes to the actual battle itself, obviously it's a themed card, and it's also, and there's not that many.
Quill battled Arsenal, Quill battled Upper, Quill battled Disaster, Quill battled Koj, but you would put Whispers on before Quill if he was a convincing. Of course, it's a convincing win. What are we talking about?
It's one of these things where just because you get to a point when you're at all these battles and whatnot, it's the strength. I haven't
seen it, and it's a convincing win.
I don't know, but that's all hypothetical. It's all hypothetical. That's why I'm throwing that out there. That if it is, and if we've seen it, even if it was a pay-per-view or something like that, maybe it'd be possibly number 1, depending on how it was. And we'd have looking at a whole year of like 8 battles. Like there's something about the scheduling of it as well, because Quill's year ends in September. Same with Bizzo, same with other people. He's the only person that battled through October and December. So the only one that continued to battle of this year, obviously, without the Where Winning Matters tournament. So there's not many people that are putting any points up in the last quarter.
You have Whispers at number 2. You generally think it could potentially be number 1 if it's a convincing win versus someone who's never battled before.
I think the top 3 is hair thin. I think it's hair thin. It's the top 3 is my top 3. And
right. I got a question for Cammy. What performance of Whispers, if you got number 2, was better than Bizzo's performance in any of the 2025 we've seen? What performance was Whispers was better than Bizzo's?
Okay. I would probably. I wouldn't say there's any.
There's none.
But
Tay-Rock, Bizzo versus Tay-Rock was the best I've seen all year. Which one of Whispers rounds was better than that?
There wasn't. That's why Bizzo's Tay-Rock's round of the year.
Yeah, but we're talking about Whispers being a better battle rapper of the year than Bizzo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What did Whispers do was better than Bizzo of that year? That's what I want.
So if we only had the Tay-Rock 1 rounder, would he still be 2, or is that the? Do you not consider the number of battles as well?
Yeah, I consider the number of battles, but I prefer quality over quantity. I'm a quality over quantity guy, and I just feel that Bizzo's one rounder was a lot better than some of Whisper's stuff. And I'm not going to go to the stuff I hear about Whispers because that's just creating negativity and we can talk about it afterwards. But I just feel that that was better than what Whisper did last year. And Whisper had a good year. It's not like he had a bad year. He had some great bars in there. But I just think Bizzo was better. That whole Vampires bar, better than anything anyone else did last year. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like, it's very important for us to remember that even though we debating one person over the other, it doesn't mean we dislike the other person. It doesn't
No, of course not.
we're literally just going accolade for accolade, and the only way that we can highlight why one person, in our personal opinion, shouldn't be in that spot is by saying what they haven't done. But even when I'm doing that, I'm very conscious that I am sounding a little bit like I'm tearing someone down, kind of thing. Like even when I was talking about MK is my guy. Like talking about him, when I'm talking about Whispers, I don't have anything against Whispers. It's not anything like that. I just want to highlight that because let's get in their feelings and be like, this person don't really fuck.
We know it's already talking.
This is not. It's a
sensitive game, though. It's a sensitive game, but we know it's already people don't.
And that's cool. I'm sensitive too, so we can all be sensitive together. I'm a Cancer. It's calm.
So, these conversations are nothing we wouldn't have at a battle rap event. This is the same year would happen. The same conversations now would be the same conversation we'd have at a battle rap event. It's not any malice or anything by anyone. It's, if you ask someone who they thought had the year, and they'll tell you, and if accidentally they put someone down or someone they felt was better, that's just what happens. It's not no disrespect or anything like that. So even with this Whispers possibly being number one conversation, like it's at least for me, I'd consider the number of battles and how often you're in the mix consistently. That's something I consider as well. Like
100%. Whispers and Tech have the most battles of the year.
Yeah, 6 battles each. Work rate.
Work rate's important, and maybe 7. That's at least I'd have to look over it. It's a work rate's important. But it's just but for, like I said, Quill is the number one for me, and same with Wax. But work rate is something considered. I don't know, maybe, but I mean, we got the battle anyway, so we can't. It's just hypotheticals.
All right, so I'm gonna bring my list so you guys can grill me now.
Let's go. Right, we need. Let's just get a shovel and let's start digging into his list, okay?
I mean,
I've got the rule already, man. We got the rule already, man.
Doing these recordings, right?
So
we have to make these conversations interesting. Otherwise,
of course, man. Come on, man. I don't want everyone to be just because last year we all agree with each other. Basically, that was we pretty much all agree with each other. The list was so funny. It's just like 1 to 5, everyone agree with each other. 6 to 10, that's what the argument was about. Now, everyone's got a different list. We can talk like that.
That's what I felt this year was going to be. 1 to 3 was going to be the same, and everything else will be different.
I think 1, 2. I think top 3 is similar, but obviously, my Whisper's my number 4. Your Whisper's your number 2. Where was your Bizzo? Your Bizzo was number 3 for you, wasn't
it? Bizzo was number 3. Yeah,
number 2 for me. All right, let's go. Go on.
Let me bring mine. Every time I press to share my screen, it cancels it out the first time, and then I have to do it again.
Yeah, laptop face up change quick, right?
It is.
All right, cool. Sean Craig. Yeah. Okay, cool. Gas buffer number 3. Okay. Let's see. Koji, I'm not mad at that. I did overlook him, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about Koji, I'll be honest, I forgot about him. I'll be very honest. I forgot about him.
I mean, you had Koji, you had MK with Max Dayton.
No, but come on, man. Like he even said, look, Cammy even said though. But Cammy even said, Trubs, everyone was done by September. So there were some people that stayed on my mind that was relevant.
What does that mean? That
means I wasn't bruv.
Wait. Let's not make excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I just forgot about him, bruv. What excuse that?
Was done by September. So do you only count the last 4 months?
Nah, bruv. I just forgot about him. What's the point?
Last 3 months. Is the only thing you come
on. I feel you. And that's yo, I'm on my hand, but I forgot about him. Look, I forgot about him.
Forgetting is a human error, so it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, just do better next year.
Well, make me remember, innit?
But I just think.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'm gonna go number 10. I've got Rivers.
Okay.
And do you know what? I think he had the performance in Africa to me wasn't.
Yeah.
To be honest, I forgot about that performance. Hence why I'd even put him on the graphic in the first place, and he got upset about him. It's not even that I kind of, because he battled so early in the year, I kind of made a mistake there. But at the same time, I did count his performance versus Tech was really good. Great battle with Tech, and his battle with Slim Buck was cool. I think it could have been a better battle from both sides, if I'm being completely honest. It's a debatable battle, though. I don't really have him losing or winning. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, looking at the criteria, going by level of competition, etc., battling one of the guys, one of the Africa top. He's still
Jano, right?
Yeah, Jano is still a top competitor over there. So he's still, even though it wasn't
Jano.
Well, he still has some dope shit in that battle, to be quite honest. But yeah, I don't know if I kind of like the setup of the handheld mic, whatnot, but
yeah, that was
nevertheless, he still had a performance.
He had a smoky third round, didn't he? I saw he had a smoky third round. What I remember about
versus Tech was a very good battle. I really enjoyed his battle with Tech.
Yeah, that was those two was going out. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Because I forgot about the African one, I was thinking of when I was putting my top 10 at first. I was like, I really like his performance versus Tech and his performance of Slim Buck, and especially because of how high I have Tech this year, based on the year he had, it kind of added to the level of competition that Rivers had too, because Tech is having a good year. In general, he had a few slip ups, but a few very bad lows, but very good highs that kind of balanced it out to be kind of middle type for me. So, so I had Rivers at number 10, Sean Cray at number 9. I think, do you know what? When I look at Sean Cray's year, his year, let me bring it up. His year is literally Coffee Brown at the start of the year, Bobby Rex, where I think he lost, Lefty, which was cool, was more of a fun battle type thing.
So, ask a question, please. Ask a question. Do you think, because I feel like, obviously Sean Cray is a very high energy, funny guy, yeah? And obviously he's got a new fan base now. He's not just got his Compton fan base. He's broadening out wide now, fan base wise. Do you think if you just add angles to his comedy, you'll be much more effective than he is now?
No.
You don't think so? If you find like a funny angle or something.
Reason being is because Sean Cray found a way to appeal to people that don't really watch battle rap, right? And the reason, the way you do that is by coming up with angles that are not just battle rap people following. If something that happens in the battle rap culture and then there's an angle about it, and then you show that battle to a person that's never watched a battle before, they're not going to get it because they're not going to understand what that angle is about. Now, Sean Cray is one of them guys where you can show that battle to anyone and there's no storyline previous that you had to follow. This is not Narcos season 3 episode 5, where you have no idea what's going on here. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If you,
I hear you.
do you know what I mean? Power season 4. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is not in the middle. He's giving you what he's giving you. So I really think, and the reason why I've got him at number 9. You see Sean Cray, yeah, in terms of battle rap, solely battle rap, I don't think he had a great year. However, when you look at what it didn't have, his year was cool, wasn't great.
It was basically he won one. Wait, I don't know if he won one. I don't know, but he had a good battle.
Good battle with Coffee.
Yeah.
Style clash is more of a preference thing.
Yeah.
Style clash battles I don't really judge like that, especially when they're not judged battles anyway. So
And do you want that Coffee battle where he got his fan base, bro? That
clip's got over the million views, and that's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. Battle rap wise, he hasn't had a great year. Had a cool year, you know, level of competition. Coffee Brown, Lefty, Bobby Rex. His level of competition is still up. He had a good year. It's not an amazing year. However, the impact he's had in the culture this year has been more than majority of my top 10. If I'm being completely honest, and the impact is not determined. You have to remember. See, when you're making these lists, and you're going by the category, it's not necessarily just your opinion. You have to take in consideration the other categories and how other people receive these battlers. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I'm saying the impact he's had and the amount of followers he obtained this year, and look at the impactful these clips have been. Over 1 million views on this one, 1 million views on that one. He's getting a new fan base on board, and he's bringing new eyes into battle rap. So the impact is undeniable, regardless of what you think. So in battle rap terms, you might think he didn't have a great year. However, this is the best year Sean Cray ever had.
In like numbers, getting his following,
brand wise, for his brand.
Yeah, I agree.
For his brand, like, that's not even debate. It's just the fact he's obtained a numbered amount of followers, millions of views, and his name is at a certain status even outside of battle rap. And I always think battlers need to do things outside of battle rap, reach your audience outside of battle rap. If all you do is battle and then do a retweet on your battles when they come out or whatever.
If Sean Cray can get the man them on side, look, my man them love Sean Cray.
I go to work and people tell me, "Yo, you like battle rap, right? I watch this guy." They show me Sean Cray, and I'm like, "Should I FaceTime him so you can see that I know him, so you can give me more credit now?" Here, look, I mean, I just like, yeah, I know that guy. I mean, like, anyway,
I got that from Anderson Burris. You know, like when he clipped me up and shit in the Joy France battle. Like I got tagged left, right, and fucking center. Works having conversations with me. Was this where you're going to these sort of events? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like being a dickhead. I have to. See, obviously you are right in saying this has been Sean's biggest year, but not all of them highlight clips have been from this year. He's just clipped them up this year onto his social medias. So hundreds of thousands of views come from old battles like him versus Cooper and Will Ross, and like these battles have come up there. Do you consider, like, is that not part of where you go, okay, the impact of this year is big, but it's not all from this year? So the
highest one is versus Coffee. That's the issue.
True.
And if you understand how algorithm works, the highest one's got over 1 million. So if one clip gets over 1 million, people then pull up and start watching your whole catalog. So naturally, all your catalog's gonna go up based on what goes viral. Him and Coffee went viral. That was that year, 2025. So its impact was generated that year that had brought the fan base and everything to carry on watching, and the fan base then started watching everything else. But it started from that Coffee clip. That coffee clip is this year. That's this year's impact. That's this year's work and this year's impact.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like I like whether you're considering it because it starts from there. That absolutely makes sense. Just
that's what I'm saying. It starts from there. If you have a catalog, let's say you do 7-8 videos. If your 6th video goes viral, your video number 1's going to get views. Number 2's going to get views. People are going to go back and watch. Yeah, you're going to get in the rabbit. It's like when you first started watching battle rap and you liked it. The first battle you watched, you was like, this is dope. Let me watch some more. So you gave so many other people views based off that one, whatever you watched. I watched one Arsenal battle and went on, watched 100 more. Arsenal is not the first battle that I've watched. But when I watched Arsenal versus Conceited, I watched 100 Arsenal battles after that.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
yeah, if before continuing on your list, then because I think Wax, I think you also had Sean Cray at 9. See if Sean Cray had like a better performance versus Bobby. Would that, how far ahead would that jump up, or like how much did the Bobby loss on the biggest?
See it.
It looked like a mark, like in the but I seen him lose to Bobby, therefore he's not on my list. Like,
but that's the thing.
How much does that impact? Like,
but
Bobby,
we have to see it. You can't determine the impact someone has. You have to see it. The impact is not based on your opinion. This is my point here. The impact is not based solely on your opinion, should I say? Because you can think, oh yeah, this was impactful to you. It's just impactful to you. I don't care about that. I'm talking general consensus here. Move your opinion, solely your opinion aside, and see how did this impact the people. That's what impact in the culture really is. When the category says impact, the category doesn't say impact on your personal life or impact on your. The category is impact in the culture. So you have to see it to determine what the impact is.
Do you feel like Sean Cray struggled against bar heavy guys?
I mean, he has with Frankie Fraser. He did
I was thinking that, but like I was just thinking about the battles he had.
Sean is in a very fortunate position where bar heavy guys is just going to be a style clash, and it's going to come down to preference, which is dope. You can enjoy Frankie and you can enjoy Sean, and both be, and no one's going to say this person won, lost, whatever. His status won't really go down because it's a style clash. Which means puts him in a great position.
I just maybe I wasn't clear with what I was trying to ask then. That in your list there, and maybe for Waxes as well, if that Bobby Rex battle went a different way in general, how far does he go up your personal list?
But that's my point. I would have to see the impact that he has first to then determine.
That's why it's hypothetical. So
but that's what I'm saying. I don't go by hypotheticals. I need to see it. That's why I said I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see that. I can't determine that. If you tell me he 3-0'd Bobby, then that's different. Oh wow! Or he 3-0'd the big opponent. That's shit. That's a big impact. That's a big impact. If he 2-1 Bobby is debatable. Okay, how many people are saying this? So let's go through the comments. Let's say how many people are saying Sean Cray won. How many? I have to see the impact. I can't just go by hypotheticals like that. I have to see the impact. Impact is not determined by your opinion. It's determined by the culture. So you can't. There's levels to impact too. So
impact.
Let me speed up through this because
So
we got Dub T at number 8. I think Dub T had a good year. He battled obviously V Gotti, Frost. Who else did he battle? Let me bring it up.
When was Dazzy?
Frost, V Gotti, and Sam Hypes. That was
Sam Hypes.
Sam Hypes. Okay, cool.
So that's three battles. That's cool. It's a cool year. But the international was very dope. I think him and Vigotti had a great promotion going into that battle as well, especially being the opening battle. They had diss tracks, they generated dope interest to make people actually want to watch the first battle of the card, which is dope. Koto J at number 7. This is a drop from last year, being undeniably number 2 last year. This year, Koji, the Quill battle, I had Quill winning quite convincingly. I think he could have been cleaner. Great performance versus Craig G on Pen Game. I think he won clear. I think he lost to Tech as well. But the Pen Game thing was cool. I didn't, is a new fan base and everything, which was dope. But I did have Tech winning, and I had him being Craig G. Slim Buck lost to Maverick. I think Slim Buck being number 6 is not really a surprise. Lost to Maverick. Good battle with Rivers. I don't have him winning or losing. Okay battle. What's his? I have about Real Deal, which is a 1-rounder. So again, level of competition is tough for Slim Buck, which means his probabilities of losing are a lot higher than a lot of people. When you're battling someone like Real Deal, who's very seasoned, we're battling Rivers, who's very seasoned, and then you're battling, that's why I've got, and then Maverick, but the thing with Slim Buck is his battles are always impactful though. He always generates a certain amount of views. His brand is what it is. So again, it's not like, for example, Slim Buck has a similar resume to Rivers in a sense, where one debatable. Let me bring up Slim Buck's resume here, just so I can be 100% accurate. Debatable versus Rivers, a loss to Maverick, and then Real Deal, which is, I kind of also have it. Most people have him losing. It's a 1-day prep thing, so it's like
you can't believe that.
Prep, so,
too much weight on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I would even saying this out loud, I wouldn't even be mad at Slim Buck being a bit lower, to be honest. He could have even be a bit lower. These battles do have a lot of impact though, so that's kind of why I put it there in the first place. But thinking about it, probably could have been a bit lower. Whispers.
Sorry.
Go on.
One question. Like, the next battle of the year, are you going to care for that if he's on the same trajectory? If Slim Buck's on the same trajectory, are you going to care how it impacts his battle is? Even for losers.
I always cared about how impacts his battles are. I'll take that in consideration with every battle. That's why Sean Craig's on the list.
Okay. Cool.
Sean Craig is mainly on the list based on impact.
I know.
That's
that category. You see what every category does. How in each category do you reach a 10? Do you reach a 9? Sean Craig's got like a 10 on impact. You know what I mean? He maxes out impact. But yeah, Whispers was outside. I really like that he was going to everyone's backyard to battle. Putting himself in uncomfortable positions to allow that he was an uncomfortable environment. And he's also like at the top with the most battles as well, alongside Tech with 6 battles. So and going overseas and everything, I think Whispers had a good year. I think Tech, the thing is, I had Whispers losing. I had him losing to Amity. I had him losing to A Petrelli. Mellow 15 is like, I don't even know who Mellow 15 is. So the level of Mellow, let's not be disrespectful, but Mellow 15 is one of them ones where the level of competition drops then. So I think the level of competition dropped him, whereas Tech now, he's battled Rivers, which I think he lost, but I think he done very well. So I don't think it was a bad loss. I had him losing to Templar Surford as well. Dojo's he's been going, he's been pretty consistent, but I think it's a debatable battle with Dojo, lost to TKE, made bad decisions. The Koja one is a big win that puts him in that shoots him really, it's the Koji battle that puts him above Whispers. I think if the Koji battle doesn't happen the way he goes, Whispers is above Tech. I think that battle kind of edged him slightly above, but at the same time, he's one of them ones where I'm not even mad if Whispers is above Tech. Like you can change them over. I don't really mind. Gas buff, I got gassed because Gas is number 5. Had a good battle with Reverse. I had him losing to Reverse. I had him beating Craigie pretty clear. I had him beating Frost. I had him beating Red Wolf. The Kingsley Thunder wasn't a great battle in my personal opinion, but was cool. But I think Gast has just been in a consistent trajectory. And do you know what? I could have swapped Gast, Tech, and Whispers. However, I think Tech and Whispers are just above each other. I could have put either Gast beneath Whispers and Tech number 3, but I think Gast performance versus Craigie kind of done it for me. I really enjoyed this performance versus Craigie. That battle done it for me. That made me look at Gast like, how do you? So you punch like that now, yeah? Okay.
There's an argument that Gast might be most improved. Like in the last 2 years,
it could be. Number 2, I had Bizzo. I think level of competition. I had Ark winning his battle, but I think he done well, and I think that is also taking part, being half of my Battler of the Year, because I got Ark and Bizzo being Battler of the Year, so that took part in Battler of the Year. Round of the Year is also Bizzo versus Tay-Rock for me, hence why the impact on that one versus one of the GOATs, like get one of the logos of battle rap, period.
The best in the world, so right now, best in the world.
That is very impactful. And then I have Quill. No, pretty much, you damn near had all internationals if you count Koji as an international due to that. So, Arsenal, Disaster, Upper, Koji. I think, he had 4 battles.
And the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator. I don't really count the narrator.
I forgot all about that until someone mentioned that. I forgot all about that one.
Nah, because the narrator came up as narrator's opponent didn't show up. Do you want to just drop a couple freestyle bars versus him just so he can get his bars off? And he's like, cool, I'll do it now. And he just went and done it, kind of thing. That's literally how it went.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, that's my top 10 Battle of the Year. Ark, Bizzo, like I said, round of the year, Bizzo versus Tay-Rock, and most improved, I got Sean Cray. I think he improved a lot as well. He became a lot more seasoned. He started to know his brand a lot more, and started to have a lot more fun with it. And not even, I think he improved. His comfortability while performing improved massively. But I think there's a definitely shout out there for TKE, Craigie. I think they both improved massively as well.
So is the most improved the point from the Bobby Rex battle to the Lefty battle, or is the most improved about understanding his social media presence and utilizing that? Because obviously
I still think he improved versus Bobby. I just think Bobby was just more dominant.
With the octave higher, man. With the octave higher.
Bobby's not an easy guy to deal with.
No,
I want to think of Bobby versus Frankie, for example. Like, Bobby's very dominant, so I still think he still improved. He's just Bobby was Bobby, innit?
I took a girl to Apex Women on the day, and she walked in like on Bobby Rex and Sean Cray, and that's kind of where my perspective of that battle is. Even though I'm present at the time, her going over, God, that bald guy's really mean. And I'm like, okay, so to the average person, it looks like what I'm seeing. It's how Bobby comes across. Like,
hold it down for me. I need to toilet break.
Okay, you go do what you need to do. Now let's chat shit about that's a bollocks list. That thing.
Mate. So we both got the same. No, me and Trub's got the same 2. You got Whispers number 2. The same people got on our list is Quill. We all got Quill number 1. We've got Bizzo, we've got Tech, we've got Whispers, we've got Dubty and Sean. Do you got Sean Cray? I don't think you had Sean Cray on. Do you have Sean Cray on?
No, because I'm what they call a battle rap mark, and I was like, the Bobby Rex performance was just like, okay, well, I can't have him in my 10 then, because he just can't be in my 10. So it was one of these things where, of course, Impact means something, but it's like, that's a category, this a category, this a category. So I tried to even it out, but it was very impactful at a 10. Like, considering the marking of it, Sean Cray, 11 out of 10. But I've kind of like ticky box it. Was there impact? Yes. Was there this? Yes. Was there wins? Yes. And was there losses? And and doing it that way, more kind of like ones and O's, like I don't know what the term is for like the coding matrix and all that, like binary in comparison to ranking it. But that's something I actually should consider for next year.
Should I show you lot the top 10?
Yeah, I want to see it. Because you just said we're going to be shocked anyway.
Like I said, this is not my top 10. This is not Cammy's top 10. This is not Wax's top 10.
Yeah.
This is what the public voted.
Okay. Come on. Oh.
I'm not mad at number 1 and 2. Damn, Frost, yeah? Saying nothing. Sean Cray got number 5. Sean Cray impacted heavy.
Wax, let's just, we do this every year.
Yeah.
Right? Talk shit about Frost. On you go. Just say what you need to say about Frost. We do this
nothing. Rob, to be honest, I've only remembered him choking once. To be honest, obviously was. Yeah. I'm trying to think who he faced. He faced Gas Buff. I think he lost that. He faced
TKE.
Yes, TKE. I think that was a good Frost. That was a good Frost. When did he face Shawnee B? That was also a good Frost.
That was on the Academy.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year before. So, but he's got Dojo and Dub T.
Dojo, he won that. He won Dojo. Who else?
He lost to Dub T.
He lost to Dub T. Yeah, he lost to Dub T. But yeah, you know, he's had a year where we're not talking about basically his fuck up. That's what he had. He's had a year where we're not talking about his fuck up.
Like, I was just very. I'm not Bizzo's my guy. I was very surprised with Bizzo making number 1.
It's probably that Tay-Rock battle, you know. That done it for everybody.
Yeah. At the same time, when you look at, okay, he's got a higher level of competition. But when you're comparing it with Quill, he loses to Arc. He lost to Arc. Yeah. I had beaten Tay-Rock. And what was the other one? Frankie. Yeah, it's a debatable versus Frankie. So there's no clear wins there.
Sure.
Oh, there is a clear win versus Tay-Rock. Sorry. There is a big clear win versus Tay-Rock. So 1 win, 2 losses. 1 loss, 1 debatable. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 debatable. And Quill has all wins versus international.
It's true. How many 1-rounders Quill had though?
How many?
That's the only thing, because I swear I'm just counting now. He's had quite a lot of 1-rounders.
Yeah, it was 3 rounds.
Yeah, yeah. Oppa and Disaster. They were 1-rounders.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's a good point.
Okay, cool. I thought he had more than that, I'll be honest. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's one of these things where I don't think the list.
I just never thought of Bizzo number 1. It never came.
Yeah, me neither.
That's probably why when I saw the list, I was like, "Whoa, you've told me." But
yeah,
you know what? Salute to Bizzo, salute to Quill, salute to Gast, salute to Tech, salute to Sean Cray, salute to
Gas.
Slim Buck, Dub T, and Frost. Big up everyone. Big up all the leagues that put on events because it's not easy, especially in this climate right now. So salute to everyone, salute to the league, salute to the promoters, salute to the staff and every single league.
Fact.
All right, Trubs, you better tell Frost, yeah? Tell Frost, do not let up. From now on, I want to see top 10 shit from Frost. Now he's top 10
versus Frost.
Huh?
You need to give
you versus Frost.
Oh, hey.
Wax versus Frost.
Oh, God. Is that what you want to do? Set me up like that, yeah? We've got the battle right here in the middle, bruv. And you had a battle already, bruv. I'm talking to you, Cammy.
Me? I was going to say that if knowing ball and how all these go, it's Trubs versus Frost. That's the battle.
No, they won't do that West London warfare, man. They won't do that.
There's something to say about Frost. You need to be better. You need to do this. You're in the top 10, but you don't deserve to be.
No, man. Now he's in top 10. I want to see some top 10 shit now. Like, bro, time to start rolling your boots up now. Can't let any Tom, Dick, and Harry try and take your stripes. No, man. Now I'm there. You got to stay there.
Well, I tell you what. Like, here's a little story that from between me and Tom many years ago, right? I've known Tom for a long time, right? And we used to fuck around to do like 4 bars with each other. Like, this is like 2015, 2014. This is like before he really battled, before all this sort of stuff. So we used to just play around. And I remember this to this day. He told me, because I had like a shirt that had like tartan sleeves. And it's like, you know what rhymes with tartan sleeves? Heart disease. And that was it. That was ever since then. I went,
let me just breeze through this because we almost had 2 hours still. We need to. Well, hour and 40, but.
Koji above Whispers before we move. That's surprising.
That's surprising to me, bro. I'll be honest. But hey,
Whispers is kind of his Whispers position in battle rap is just a little outside like the UK battle rap group, kind of. You know what I mean? Like where most of the battle, like he's just a little bit on the outside. So I can see why he's not on the forefront of people's minds. But still, I'm surprised he's not like maybe in that top 5, possibly fighting for it. But everything else kind of makes sense. That Bizzo at 1, but that's the big one. Other than I love Frost. Frost at 10. That'll let Bizzo.
Even Sean Clear at 5, bro. Sean Clear at 5. I didn't think Sean Clear would be at 5. Yeah. Top 5. You got a winning record to be top 5.
It was my 9th place, and.
Impact is something. It's Trubs' point.
But that's what we're saying. That's what Impact does, because then fans ain't gonna forget about Sean Craig.
I agree.
Yeah.
The way the voting system is, I think
it's a work quick approved. I like that. I like seeing Tech number 4. I actually like that one. To be honest,
the way the voting system is, for example, a lot of people had Quill at number 1.
Yeah.
And a lot of people consistently had Bizzo at number 2, but there was a few people that didn't put Quill on their list at all and kept Bizzo at number 2 or 3, and hence why Bizzo obtained enough points to be number 1. You know what I'm saying? And get past. It's all about the voting system. Like the majority of people that voted for that had Quill on their list had Quill at number 1, but then there was a few people that didn't have Quill on the list at all. And then that's what took the points away from Quill. Whereas Bizzo was hardly in anyone's number 1, but it was very consistently in number 2, 3. So the consistency gave him the edge up. And it's all about the points in the voting system, innit? So but yeah, shout out to everyone. Round of the year was Bizzo versus Tay-Rock. I didn't do a graphic for it.
It's everywhere.
Obviously.
Shotty versus Shine was a pretty clear UK international performance.
Give Cam his money back, bruv.
Most improved was TKE.
Yeah, I respect that. TKE was very good. Yeah.
So salute to TKE. And battle of the year was Bizzo versus Ark.
Not none of that. That was a smoky Ark, by the way. Ark was wilding on Bizzo, bro. That's why I really didn't really talk about battle. Yeah, 'cause I thought I had Ark winning clearly with that one. I was like, he's wild on my man right now.
I had Ark.
On the playback.
I can't hear you, Chop. Say again. Oh, I thought you said something to me.
No, I said I had Ark winning as well.
Yeah, I had Ark winning too. I thought he was wilding on Bizzo the first two, man. Wilding on it. I was like, right, Bizzo, what are you gonna do, bro? Like, I thought Bizzo came back in the third. Yeah, he was dope, and he showed us something a bit more new in the third. But I thought Ark overall had that. That's what, and the way Ark took it, Ark looked like he was dominating him. That's why I really have it in my battle of the year.
Yeah, but yeah, man, let's wrap this up. I'm trying to go to sleep. Everyone, make sure you hit like,
smoke as usual.
Subscribe to Wax's channel. Subscribe to Kami's channel.
Subscribe to the man them to my right, the man them below, Trubs, and then you got Cam on the right. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Trubs for letting us through all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Normal. Big up everyone. Hit the like button. Support all the battlers. And again, this is no offense intended. We're not trying to offend any battlers. I know sometimes we're debating, and as the debate goes on and on and on, people then start, making their points, finding ways to make their points, and it might come across as we don't like someone or anything, but it's nothing like that. We just debate.
I always say, we say every year, Trump. Like, if you feel like I've made a mistake, prove me wrong. Like, come on, man. Like you said, man.
Leave a comment below who's on your top 10. Let us know who's got which list do you agree with the most, and we go from there, and let's debate in the comments.
This guy does a lot for the culture, so y'all better. Trubs does too much.
But we had to literally force him. Hey, bruv, go on holiday, bruv. We had to force him to go on holiday. Go on holiday, bruv. Go on holiday, bruv. We had to force this guy to go on holiday, bruv. He wanted to do that. Now, but love always putting the work in, Trump. I will never be forgotten. Will always be remembered. So yeah, doing what you.
Once me and the plug are connected, course is something electric. Fucking respect it.